So strong.
So strong, looked almost unbeatable. And then if you backtrack just a couple of hours when Stephano played MC, it was the exact opposite. It's like, how do you beat this kid? His ZVP is so good. And Alicia's already feeling some of that as we see spawning here in the top right-hand corner of Shakora's Plateau, the Pink Zerg player, Millennium Stephano. And in the bottom left-hand corner of Shakoris, the Red Protoss, all the way from Korea, Slayer's Alicia. Alicia's looks like he's had so much fun here, Kev. Every time he walks down that red carpet, he's just grinning from ear to ear.
Yeah, he seems like a very happy toss.
He's loving it. He doesn't care that he had to fly for like 60 hours to get here.
He loves Canada, man.
He does.
You can't blame him. Don't we all love Canada?
We do. We all love being here, and esports loves being here. And we'll be back, I promise.
Oh. Ben calling the shots right now. Didn't know you got promoted to CEO, Ben?
I'm calling a meeting, Kev.
We see the hedge going down for Stephano. Ooh, Alicia might actually try some cannon shenanigans since we did see a pretty early forge.
Look at this.
But
Look
Stephano
at this.
always knows what's going on.
Sup?
Oh, pilot is going down though. So,
will a cannon fit him? I think it might.
Yeah, the cannon will fit, but will it necessarily finish? Oh, and actually the probe gets out as well. Wow, I really love that.
Oh, and he cancels that second pylon. Stephano's going to come down here, but with only a couple drones able to touch this thing. I don't know.
Yeah, why did he cancel the pylon?
Because it doesn't matter. The cannon's going to complete no matter what. Only one drone can hit it, maybe two.
Right. I actually thought maybe, well, two drones. He's going to drop another cannon at least, just to be safe. He used the probe to see if any incoming drones would come. Now we see 3 cannons going up at once. Of course, he needs a cannon in his main base as well. Stephano, how are you going to deal with this?
I'm not real sure, Kev. I don't think he's going to.
The first cannon is out of range, actually.
Third cannon going down. Alicia's committing to this. Yeah, Hatchery is going to finish.
Where is Combat X? He can analyze. He can analyze this. Nobody knows this situation better than Combat X.
I don't think he could analyze it, Kev.
I think he could.
He's kind of bad.
Oh.
Cannon's working on this hatchery. More cannons going down. I don't think Stephano's going to save this hatch, Kev.
No, it's going to be... Well, a lot of cannons are out of range. It's going to come down to...
Dude, this hatch is dead. Well, maybe not. Because now they can't reach it right.
Well, but these two... Oh, he's going to have to be so careful with this queen. We already do see another hatch going up. But even if this hatch dies, yes, that's going to be very unpleasant.
Look at this investment, man.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the investment. Is that really worth it? And
550 plus, it's like 700 minerals to kill a 300 mineral hatchery. Alicia's committing a lot of money to this.
I mean, he's definitely slowing Stephano down a little bit. If we take a look at the main base of Alicia, Alicia's slowing himself down quite a bit as well. The Cybercore just now going up. I love how these cannons immediately kill the larva, but only one cannon is in range of the hatch, and it's going to stay like that. I guess he will fall since Stephano's already making another hatch as well over here on the right side of the map. So Alicia will eventually be able to kill this hatch, but is it really worth it?
Yeah, I mean, this is a tricky spot for Alicia. He's not going to have a warp gate for a long time. I mean, how would you follow this up, Kev?
2 base all in. Like any other Protoss in this world.
Yeah. More drones popping out for Stephano as, Stargate going down. Interesting choice there from Alicia.
I actually think that does make a lot of sense. Since the creep threat is going to be very weird right now. It's going to be a very quick base over here. Stephano's stack is obviously quite a bit delayed as well. So if you get maybe one Voyager and then a couple of Phoenixes, or even just Phoenixes, you're going to be able to pick up Queens and you will really be able to slow Stephano down. And I do kind of like this way that this is going, because it just seems, man, as you said, how do you beat this kid if the games go normal? If Stephano plays his own game, he seems almost unbeatable. Stephano, Nurcho, those guys, if they play their absolute best, it just seems so hard for Pro Tools. And now this game is already completely unusual, so everything is going to be different. And PvZ is suddenly a whole different matchup.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and there's really no way to say how this is going to turn out. We do see the Void Ray coming. This bottom right base is so exposed. Evo Chamber is starting, so Spores will be an option here soon, but there's not going to be any Queens getting here. Like, well, we've got the one that the Hatch is building, but it's going to be very hard for Stephano to get additional anti-air down there.
Very important is that Stephano is dropping the Evolution Chamber, so he is going to drop a Sport Roll over here. One thing that we have to mention right now. What's going on? People are screaming, man.
They're happy. They're happy to be at the grand finals.
One thing that is going on right now. Oh, yes. Alicia, of course, he still has to be a little bit worried. All he could see right now with these things, so that's why he got 2 cannons on himself. That's why he spread out these pylons, because he has to worry about stuff like a Nidus Worm all in. Stuff like that is possible, or even a quick 1 or 2 base Muda. That's, of course, this target is good against many of those things. And as soon as the Void Ray is going to spot this hatch and also the hatch over here, he knows that actually Stephano is just going to play a macro game, and he doesn't have to worry about a crazy all-in anymore.
Void Ray is here, but he's going to have a hard time doing a whole lot of damage. He's going to focus drones. Oh, cute play by Stephano. Saves one. Oh,
Stephano!
That was awesome.
And you know, Ben, I think one follow-up that I actually would have liked to see from Alicia was one with a lot of gateways, because these were so many cannons that it's very unlikely that those cannons were going to fall. So imagine if you're able to warp in over here across the map straight away instead of having to walk across the map with gateway aggression. That can actually be very, very hard for a Zerg player to deal with if they underreact, if they go into too heavy macro mode. Because does Zerg really want to make units to take out 3 cannons, which seem like they don't really pose a threat?
Yeah, you don't. You're absolutely right. Alicia is finally going to do just that. He's got 6 gateways building, so he'll be on 7 gate with a Warp Prism and these Void Rays.
But it's a little late right now, because from now on, Stephano's only going to produce units. We see a lot of roaches on the way. He's already at 60 drones. He's going to try to make something happen with these Void Rays, but Stephano is just being Well, with 3 Void Rays, no. Void Rays aren't.
2 Void Rays.
The days that Void Rays were good. Those good old beta days where you could just proxy Void Rays all day long and win. I miss them. Those were good days, man.
You would like those days. A couple of Zealots being warped in like you asked for, Kev, but with the roaches here.
Weird warp in as well over here on the low ground. Of course, the Void Rays are going to come in, and the cannon's helping out a little bit, but still these Zealots won't be able to do all that much. And now Alicia's kind of giving away what he had in mind.
Yep, Stephano knows exactly what's up, and a Void Ray falling to the Queens. Roaches can deal with these
roaches
cannons
coming
easily.
in right now. And this would be so big if he takes out these pylons, if he takes out these cannons. Everything that Alicia had in mind is going to be so much harder.
Warp Prism is even going to get caught here out of position by the Queens and the Roaches. Stephano spots it. Alicia turns it around. Pylons are dead.
He's going to try to warp in right now from the high ground. He does get the force fields down, but it's 22 army supply against 72 for Stephano. It's insane, the lead that Stephano has right now.
Does it even matter that there's units on this high ground?
No.
I mean, what can Alicia do with this?
Stephano can just expand somewhere else and still be miles ahead.
Alicia can force field all day long, but also Overlord can just scoot down there and the Roaches can shoot up. Also important is this threat of counterattack. 17 Roaches making their way to Alicia's base where there are 0 units waiting.
I mean, Alicia sure is able to do something over here, but this army is already bigger than what Alicia has. Alicia is going to see these Roaches right now. Sentries are being warped in.
But is it going to matter? Stephano's like, sup! Cybercore is going to get focused down very, very quickly. Cannons and sentries shooting and doing as much damage as they can, but it's just not much.
These are really a lot of roaches, man, and eventually, now the Cybercore is down, so no more sentries for Alicia. All of these roaches will stream in.
Void Ray is doing some work in the natural of Stephano, but does it even matter? So many roaches. And the natural of Alicia, single immortal, is going to try to save the day, but this is too much Zerg, and that immortal falls. The probes are going to die.
The Void Rays died as well.
GG is called. 2-0, Stephano.
Once more, man, he just makes it look easy.
That was so hard, man. That was so hard. The cannon rush alone would have thrown off a lot of players. Follows it up with the Void Rays, which would have probably killed my third base. And then with the gateway pressure, which would have killed the rest of me.
I found the warp in very weird. The Zealots on the low ground that didn't really make a lot of sense to me. He took so much damage. Why would you warp me on the low ground, but you can warp me on the high ground?
I think he was just trying to hide it, you know. But as it happens, Stephano catches it.
I think he maybe wanted to attack the the
lower base
on the right side, but still, I don't think it was the right call. I would have loved to see Alicia just followed up with a big gate, like let's say a 6 gate.
Yeah.
And how also, like 6 gate is always hard for Zerg to stop. Imagine if you can have 6 gate and you warp in Zerg's natural. You warp up into main base one time, you can forceful it, you can take out the main base. I think that would have been so much better for Alicia.
Unfortunately, he now finds himself down 0-2 to one of the best Zerg players on the planet. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, Game 3, Stephano versus Alicia.